Welcome to Flick Filter.
Welcome.
Another honest review from Flick Filter. I'm Big Diesel.
And I'm...
You forgot your name.
He forgot his name. No, I'm in mourning because it's the last episode of Penguin, man. Last episode.
It was, but we're talking about the one before.
We were talking about both.
What's your name?
My name is the Professor.
There we go. You know, structure.
Don't bury the lead.
Anywho, so yeah, we're talking about both episodes, but we're gonna start on episode 7. This is not play-by-play, but this is gonna have spoilers in it. It's not gonna be everything, but if we miss something that you guys thought we should talk about, put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
But yeah, so we're not gonna go in order neither, because I can't remember. But it's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. So
yes, sad day.
So basically, it starts off where we're trying to be quick too. Not ramble too much, but it starts off with another flashback to Oz's little kid. Basically, you get introduced to his brothers and stuff like that, and it basically tells you what happened to him, and stuff. So basically, they're playing around. They go down like a sewer or so, and because of his Oz's limp, he wasn't able to climb down. He gets a little upset and locks him in there. But then it starts raining, and basically he goes home, and you can see him like peeking, thinking it's controversial, but like a lot of people think he did it on purpose, and some people think, he did it by accident, and it's a little bit of both, in my opinion. I think he did it in accident. He thought they would be able to get out some way. Didn't really anticipate the rain as well, and he figured they would get out eventually. But there was a certain point where he realized, yeah, they're probably not coming back, and he just kind of
it's like, screw it. Leave him in there.
Yeah, gets cozy with his mother pretty much. And has her all to himself. He's definitely a mama's boy. But
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I just assumed he did it on purpose. I mean, I know he locked it on purpose, but
yeah, he locked it on purpose.
Yeah, he definitely locked it on purpose. But I thought,
well, just the fact that he was looking, he was definitely looking, seeing if they were gonna come through the door, and he can't control the weather. He's not Storm.
That's true. And it wasn't raining before when he had first left.
I can't remember.
Because I thought she mentioned, or the mom mentioned to
bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
And then I guess what it is flashlight tag. So they had a flashlight that will come up a little bit later on. But
and then well, I'm kind of jumping ahead in my mind. But I just assumed that he knew what he was doing. Whether or not he locked them in and thought they were gonna, get out forever. I just assumed, he didn't really care what happened to them. Even though he was looking, I just figured that's just what he was gonna do. But that was just an assumption.
He's a kid. You gotta realize he's a kid at this point.
He is a kid, but he also never even fessed up to what he did. That's why I just assumed, and he didn't seem bothered, and that's the thing.
Bothered by it,
or he didn't seem like, oh man, mom, we gotta go back, and I did blah. Or he could have even made up something about what happened. He could have changed the story and said, but
Yeah.
she would have found out some way that
Eventually, yeah.
But
You meet Rex Calabrese. Basically, it's still unknown if he's one of their fathers or what, but she pays it. Like, I saw one of the sons, the older sons, like hand her something.
yeah,
I don't remember what that was,
me neither.
but and then of course he pays them. So I guess that's what she does to get by.
Yeah, something.
And yeah, that's basically the gist of the flashback.
Yeah.
And they just go to an opera thing to just kind of dance. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
They did. He did say they went to a see Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which may have a somewhat of a Tim Burton
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But anywho, what happened? What do you remember after that?
What do I remember? See, I remember so much. I remember the entire episode, beat by beat, detail by detail.
All right, go.
Obviously, I don't. So
Why?
we pick up with. I mean, this is. Going to this episode, Sophia had gotten the drop on Vic and Mama. So
That's right.
So Vic wakes up, or Oz pulls up, and he finds Vic knocked out. And he's like, "Hey, where's Mama at?" And then Vic, he's disoriented. He's also very apologetic because he knows that he got knocked out, and they took.
What's crazy is we didn't
mom.
even see anything.
We didn't. We just pick up with that,
Yeah.
which it's kind of crazy that they even left Vic alive, which probably shows that they probably didn't even think of him that much of a threat. At least that's in my mind. The fact that
he's a kid still.
Yeah.
Maybe a young adult. Like he's
probably
a
early
teenager.
20s.
Yeah.
Because they did mention the school in an earlier episode, so probably somewhere between 17 and 21.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oz is like, okay, now I gotta go get
Mama.
So he, starts doing his thing and probably skip it around, but then Carmine. Oh yeah, of course the Carmine and his goons. No wait, or not Carmine. Sorry, Maroni. I'm said the wrong
goat.
name. Maroni. Yes. Him and his people. They come into the crib, and then now they got Oz, and of course they never. We won't get to this several points, but they never take him out right away. But of course they needed him. They were trying to get the whatchamacallits from him. The whatever. What drug were they trying to? Bliss. Yeah, he was. So they end up going to Oz's lair thing.
Down in the sewer.
Down in the sewer. Yep. And Maroni, him and his folk, they're trying to get the stuff, and you thinking, oh yeah, they about to take Oz out and everything's gonna happen. But of course, this is Penguin Show and we got another episode, so it's like obviously something's gonna happen. And
so you are saying it's plot armor?
Of course. Otherwise, I mean, there's several points throughout this entire series where it's like, if y'all were smart, you would just take out Oz right now and stop monologuing, stop relishing in the moment.
You caught me monologuing.
Stole my line.
Yeah, I stole it.
Well,
stole it. What you gonna do about it?
You know what?
Yeah.
We'll get it back. So yeah.
If you know, you know the reference.
You know. But yeah, that
Basically, one of his goons cuts the lights off, and then, of course,
shootout
shooter.
occurs,
Yeah.
and he
But it doesn't go the way you think it's gonna go.
right. There's a whole brawl, or like there's a fist fight between Salvatore and Oz, and this man Salvatore has a heart attack, and pour one out for good old Sal.
He kind of for
Yeah.
good measure.
Yeah,
He makes sure he's
makes sure
permadead. Permadead.
yeah, and Oz, he's like, I won, I beat you. Like he's saying that multiple times because he's trying to. Oz has this.
I got you.
Yeah.
From
Exactly.
Batman.
Exactly. He had to make sure that even in his demise, he had to let him know.
Man, rest in peace to a goat,
Yeah.
Clancy Brown, man,
Well,
Mr. Krabs.
No, Mr.
I mean, not Clancy Brown.
Yeah, the character.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Maroni was.
Isn't that his actor name?
Yeah, Clancy Brown is his. Actual
Quincy
name.
Brown passed away, so that's why I'm getting a little mixed up.
No, he didn't.
Quincy Oh,
Quincy Jones.
yeah. Getting them,
It's all good. We good. We here.
Rest in peace to Quincy Jones.
R.I.P.
But
legend.
The goat.
The goat.
Anywho.
Actual goat.
So yeah, Salvatore is
no more. Salvatore is no more.
you
wrong.
wanted to rhyme it, but
I didn't want to. But here we are.
You tried.
So yeah, so Salvatore is no more, and of course, Oz calls Sophia, and he's like, "Salvatore's dead." Haha. He doesn't say it exactly like that, but that's how I remember it in my head. So now Sophia's like, "Ah man, she lost her greatest ally at this point."
That's it.
Asset ally. Yeah. So now she gotta kind of regroup, and well, did I skip the whole thing with Gia?
I don't remember when it comes up, but
Yeah, that happens.
let's
So basically, Gia,
the little girl,
her cousin's daughter, Sophia's made aware that she saw some stuff, and she has to go basically check on her to make sure she doesn't, snitch or anything, because she saw her doing some shady stuff the night that.
I don't like the way she treated this girl. This girl had nothing to do with anything.
And you made her an orphan, just like all them kids. And
There's a lot of people that are just bad, but
yeah, her family is bad, but she also, it's one of those things where her family is terrible, but
I want to feel bad. That's the thing. I want to feel bad for her, but then she does like other stuff that I don't think is excusable.
Yeah, I think
Because Gia didn't do anything wrong. She's just a kid, and
Yes.
now all of a sudden her parents are dead.
yeah, I stand by. Sophia did nothing wrong except
There's no except.
for
Either she didn't do nothing. Either she's innocent or she's guilty.
in the context of the show. I'm not.
Is she innocent or guilty?
In the context of the show, people are like, Thanos was right. Killmonger did nothing wrong. That that type of thing. Not in the terms of like they were literally like just perfect, but in terms of they were on the right side. I feel like Sophia's on her right side in terms. Her right side, of course, would be the right in her mind. But I'm saying, I don't see her as a villain the way that a lot of people don't see certain characters as a villain that actually are villains. I just think she has her own agenda, but I don't really see her as like an actual villain, even though she does some, not some not great stuff. But and again, she did nothing wrong except that.
She either didn't. She the guilty or innocent.
She did nothing wrong except for that. Except for taking her.
So basically, Gia says basically she saw the mask in her. I think deep down she knows, but she doesn't want her to kill her neither. So she's kind of afraid. She doesn't know. This is my opinion, but because it's very ambiguous. But yeah, it's just she also saw that she has scratches on her arms and stuff. Yeah, just like Sophia does. So I think that was basically the gist of it. But I think she does feel bad, but it's like it's collateral damage at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anywho, what else, man?
We got okay. So Sophia is plotting, doing her thing. Mm-hmm. Oz is trying to do his thing, but of course, Oz is trying to get his mother back because that's really big. So, what does Oz do? What does Sophia do? What does Oz do? Oh.
Yeah, Sophia sent a van to his lair. Basically, a guy gets out and starts running. Mm-hmm. And then of course Oz goes to it, and they frame it so good. They show her. You don't know where Sophia is, but she's on the phone. You're assuming
she's in the van.
She's in the van.
Yeah.
And then you see he opens up the door. You see his mom's coat. Mm-hmm. So you think she's in there. Mm-hmm. And then it's actually a bomb. So what does Oz do?
Oz does. It's kind of a reversal of what happens with his brothers. He goes in the same. So I'm assuming it's the same.
Yeah,
thing.
It is.
He goes in the same
door
thing that he locked his brothers in, and before the bomb goes off, and that's how he escapes. So
basically, everybody pretty much is dead.
We assume.
And we get out of the rubble, basically, and he gets knocked out by that cop guy that is that is with Sophia.
Wait, he was a cop? Oh.
Yeah. She just said, "I'll give you some drops if you help us out." It was a quick scene. He's not a very important character.
Gotcha.
But yeah. And that was it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got
most of it.
More meat in the finale, so you'll probably want to.
This one was kind of.
See, he was hating on this one. I thought it was good.
Hate is such a strong word. It's just it wasn't as awesome as all the others, and there's got to be an episode on the bottom. There's got to be.
That's true. I do think this was one of the weaker episodes, but it's still in the context of this show. I was like, okay, that's a good penultimate episode.
Not every show can be top 10.
So what do you mean by that?
I mean, not every you either a 10 or a 1.
Gotcha. So not every episode is a 10, basically.
Yeah.
Heard. It's valid.
Anyways, that is it.
Basically, that is.
So
the penultimate episode, he gets knocked out, and we're like, okay, let's see what we're gonna do going into the finale.
The finale. So I don't know how many people had theories, but I know some people are right, some people are not right.
Right about what?
At certain things, no, just different things. Anyways, it picks up with another flashback. Yeah, it was another flashback. So basically, because she's being, his mother is being Julian is using that red light thing to kind of get memories out of her. So he's trying to figure out what happened to the brothers. Um, so you go back in time, and she's talking. Now this is weird because she's looking in the mirror, and you see the younger version of the mother. But in reality, they put like it's the whenever you see her anywhere else, it's the older version. So that was kind of cool. She's talking to Rex, and come to find out, she knew the whole entire time that Oz killed his brothers.
Yep.
And she's resented him for that. She just, in this whole time, she hasn't said anything about it. She's
not
just
a thing.
So basically, she's talking with Rex, like, what do you want to do? And Rex kind of gives her advice. I forget the actual advice.
Well, you see, yeah, this was kind of it wasn't a super drawn out scene, but it was a little drawn out. It's, and I can't remember if it was at this part or earlier, but Rex was saying that Oz needed a father. Well, not even, the mom was talking about him not having a father. I think that's what we mentioned, but Rex was like, he has a strong mother in a sense, or that's not exact words, but he was saying that Oz has his mom, and that he didn't need a father in a sense. Like,
okay, yeah.
And to me, I was like,
I disagree.
Yeah, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's probably why he's so messed up, because he doesn't have a father, and like everything, the mom has to play both roles, and not saying that she can't.
Well, also,
but she's also very selfish and materialistic.
Yeah.
So it's like you have that off of being she's the one parent, plus also she's not that great anyway. So it's like there's like stellar moms or single moms or stellar single dads that are actually doing the best that they can. Not saying that she's not doing anything, but there's a reason that she's referred to as the devil in a sense. So.
But she calls him the devil.
Yeah.
She says the devil is living in my home.
But, well, there were some people saying that might actually be referring to her. Yeah. Not Oz, but, we love interpretation. So, yeah,
So basically, Rex offers to either take Oz out, or I don't remember the other choice.
Me neither.
Anyways, put it in the comments. But basically, at first she's like, okay, yeah, we'll take him out. So she dresses up to go to Monroe's, I think.
Yeah.
And that might be a reference to Marilyn Monroe. We don't know.
We don't.
But anyways, and basically Oz is kind of, I feel like Oz feels guilty. You know those times where you did something wrong, but instead of admitting that you did anything wrong, you're trying to not talk about it by talking about it. Like vaguely.
Yeah.
Like without initially talking about it, it's just like, like it's like a touchy subject, but kind of like, I'm gonna take care of you, blah blah blah. I think in a sense because he feels guilty about what happened, and I think even in the flashback, like of was it last episode or this episode?
Which one?
I don't know, but
there's a flashback. I mean, there was
in both of them, yeah. But I'm just saying she
So good.
But yeah, I forgot. I went blank.
Dang.
Yeah, either one that happens.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So can you help me out?
Nope. Ain't got a single thought. Well, that's all, folks. I'm playing.
Great.
So,
Short
yeah.
video.
Huh?
Our shortest video.
Right? It's actually not our shortest, even if we did stop. We can jump back to the present. So, oh yeah, they're in the diner, and then not the diner, the club, and then she sees something. Oz basically tells her something that essentially, in her mind, it kind of flips because she was gonna,
Take him out.
But then Oz says something, and he's like, it's you and me, Mom. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna take care of you, and she's like, I guess I can let him live.
Yeah. So basically, that's the thing. She kind of lets him, and just doesn't tell him she knows the whole entire time.
Right. So then, when we fast forward to the present, it's where it gets real interesting.
Yep. Real interesting.
So
basically, Penguin is all tied up.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring out his mom pretty much. And basically, Sophia is trying to get Penguin to admit to his mom that he, without outright saying she already knows, that he killed his brothers. And if he doesn't, they're going to use the little cigar thing, to cut off her finger.
Yep.
Like he did, what's his name? Alberto. Yeah. And this made me cringe, man.
Mm.
I couldn't look at the thing. I had to pause it. Certain things. I was like, I can't watch stuff like this. I can't watch stuff like this. There's another scene too that I couldn't watch neither, but I pushed through. But yeah, it was. I really thought they were gonna cut off her finger.
Me too.
But he just wouldn't admit it. Even like he would have let her cut off the finger.
Yeah, and she even said, like, I know what happened, and blah, 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 blah. And Oswald was looking mad confused, so I'm like, either you're the world's greatest lighter, or you've disassociated with that memory so much that you've completely forgotten it's...
Yeah, I'm thinking it's just so far, like, you get these memories that are so far behind, and it either is uncomfortable to think about, or, like, you feel guilty, so you push it to the back of your mind. But then whenever it comes up as a memory, you just bury it down because you either think it didn't really happen, or it's just a vision or whatever, So, yeah. So yeah, he just wouldn't admit it. And would have let her finger get cut off.
Yep.
So basically what she does is she tells him that he knew the entire time and that she hates him and blah, blah, blah.
Great acting in this scene.
Great acting. She's a great actress.
Mm-hmm.
So she breaks a bottle and just stabs Oz in the gut. Yeah. But then she sees her other sons in like a vision or something, and then all of a sudden falls down, hits her head, and we'll talk about what happened later on. But yeah, so Oz got rushed her to the hospital. But Oz escapes, gets her. There's a shootout, and then he escapes. He shoots the guy that was the cop guy.
Right in the head.
Right. Bro, that was crazy. That was crazy.
He was standing out there too. I was like, something gonna happen to him.
I'm good. I'm good with him. You know, whatever.
Yeah, Solid Pop.
So he gets So he gets her to the hospital, and basically he can't go in till they do some tests. So he gets a phone and calls Vic, trying to figure out where he is. And then of course this is the other cringe part, where he staples himself to stitch himself up. I'm like, golly, man. Ah, man. Crazy. But, so, what we didn't talk about is Vic's side of things.
Yep.
So, Vic...
Well, even when Vic... Well, this is a small detail. When Vic asked Oz what happened.
No. Before that.
Okay.
Before that, he's kind of trying to find Oz. He's got the gangs...
The gangster.
They're, and basically they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk off. Mm-hmm. So he delivers this good speech, and then I don't know if you caught it, when I think they call him Link, that the second in command of Zhao, kind of punches him in the gut, but it doesn't really look real.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on purpose or what. But it didn't look real. So I always was like, what was that? That didn't look right. And then part of me was like, oh yeah, he done. So basically he said like, all right, stop while you're ahead. You could get yourself killed. And basically walks off. Everybody drives off. And basically what you find out is they're going to see Sophia in another meeting, pretty much. And Vic goes and tries, and that's when Oz calls him, and then that's when he meets him at the hospital, and then Vic does. Now talk about it.
So now at this point, Vic asks Oz what happened. Like, just curious because the mom is struggling. Vic got Oz has a wound in his gut, his stomach.
Yep.
And of course he asked Oz what happened to him and why he's bleeding out and all the things, and he says, Sophia did it.
Technically she did do it, but she didn't outright do it.
How did she do it?
She was instigating the whole thing.
You're not instigating, man. The guy who did it, or sorry, not guy. His mom did it.
I know, but she instigated.
Will that hold it up in the court of law? We'll see. We'll see.
Gotham's not a real place.
Facts. Neither are we. We're not
real. Crazy. Anyways, so what we find out that the gangs all meet up with Sophia, and Sophia is basically saying, if you bring me Oz, I'll give you everything. I'm trying to leave. Link is like, so why would you leave everything to one of us? He's thinking it's kind of like a trap or whatever. It seems too good to be true. And then basically she just says, yeah, I'm just done with it.
She says, because I can.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
And I didn't think it was weird. I think it's because, she's been fighting, because she's been in not prison, but Arkham Asylum. That's a prison to an extent. And then she's been actually locked up on the inside. So it's like she has this physical prison he's in, but also this mental and emotional one.
Yeah.
So I think that represented what she's going through now.
Yeah.
Is she was in survival mode for so long, just trying to make it happen for herself.
Yeah.
While also holding on to this identity of being a Falcone, but now that she's gotten rid of her entire family. She's taken on this new name.
Gigante.
Yeah, Gigante. But I guess the point is that the whole purpose of her saying because she can is because it's like her now having the ability to do something that's completely on her own terms. Like going to Italy represented that freedom, like the freedom of not having.
Even though it was being forced on her beforehand.
Yeah, that is funny that the same people that suggested her to basically take a vacation, now she's like, you know what? I guess I should go over here, but.
So yeah, then it cuts. Which this part confused me. I don't know what was happening. It's lots of exposition, but he goes to a courthouse. Vic drops him off, and he goes into the courthouse and talks about judicial stuff, but it's also leading up to kind of what happens later on with Sophia.
Yep.
Which we'll get into later, but you know, I don't even know the details. I blanked out on the details, but when he comes back, he doesn't see Vic. He sees Link, and he says, "Get in the car." So you think they're taking him hostage, and basically he tells Zal tells Sophia that we got him. So then she basically she says meet her at this hangar, and then she burns down her house.
Burns down all the stuff.
With 3 cigarettes. You know?
Yeah, it's significant that.
Yeah, it's significant.
Well, not even, I wasn't gonna say the 3, but just like the stuff that she burns, because it's like.
Yeah.
That's literally all her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every room was, something bad happened. So yeah, burns down the home and then drives off. Feels like she's free of just everything. And then she goes to see Oz and goes to take him. She's smiling because she thinks she won. And then when Penguin smiles,
and it's like, ooh,
it flips.
Yeah, it's like, then she's like, sugar honey ice.
Stupid. So Link kills Zal, and they kill everybody but Sophia. And they basically, Oz is gonna drive her somewhere that we don't know yet. So what we find out is all the underlings killed their bosses, pretty much.
Yep, that was crazy.
Yeah.
It was brutal too.
Yeah, it was brutal. Everybody had their own way of killing the bosses.
They have their own horrible bosses. It's crazy.
So then when we get into the car with Oz, he's like, just like old times, and of course, she pouting in the back. Because basically they want you to think, like regular gangster movies. He's gonna offer pretty much. So basically, he tells her to turn around, and then he puts a gun to her head, and then she closes her eyes, inhales and exhales, and then you see a light in her face, and it's the cops, and Oz is gone, which I don't know how he got with his limp. He got out of there so fast.
Yeah, he got out of there through the power of the plot. The power of the plot.
The power of the plot.
The power of the plot. The plot shoes. He got the plot 11s.
Okay.
We can get you from here to here. Why? Because plot. Because the story demands it. That's why. You can justify anything with plot. With the little the little.
It's the magic of the
plot.
plot. Magic of the plot. Anyways, so basically they take her to Arkham, and it was all that stuff that he did. He put basically everything all on her, pretty much. So they take her to back to Arkham, which is crazy. It's crazy. But what else happens?
What else happens? So much happens. I mean.
Oh, woo.
What else
So
happens?
he goes to the hospital to check on his mom and realizes when she fell down she had a stroke. And now she's in a vegetative state which she didn't want to be in. So he's trying to get her to say that she's proud of her, but she can't say anything.
She can't.
Now I did see her.
The tears.
She blinked. She blinked once.
Mm.
But I don't think she was supposed to do that because they blare it out. But yeah, I saw her, the actress blink. But yeah, can't have your eyes wide open that much, that long. So yeah, it's just so then he starts sitting on the bench with Vic.
Well, no, you skipped.
Skipped what?
Well, not the order, but kind of. When you mentioned Sophia going back to Arkham.
Yeah, it's just
the letter. Or is that later?
Yeah, I think it's later, but now you mentioned it.
Oh, my bad.
See?
I think I did jump. I jumped the gun.
It's all good. Say it.
No intent. No pun intended. No. Sophia receives a letter from none other, her half sister.
Who is?
Selena Kyle, Catwoman.
Yeah.
And
we don't see what it says, but basically, she looks happy, but I don't know. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
She's done things to her family, but
Dang, why'd you do that?
You know why I did that. You know. But then Vic with the yeah. I know you don't want to talk about it.
We gonna have to. Let's look.
Yeah. Pour one out for Vic.
Pour one out.
Was it open?
I didn't actually pour it for real.
But was it open?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, not open, but there's a.
Yeah.
So.
But so Penguin, Oz, and Vic are just sitting there. I guess he's kind of still processing what's going on with his mom. And then Vic is trying to cheer him up.
Yeah.
And as soon as he says, Oz, you're like my family.
Vic said that to Vic. Oh, Vic says it.
Vic says it, yeah.
Oh.
And as soon as he said that, you can see the look on his face, and I was like, yeah, he shouldn't have said that. So Oz chokes him out. Oz chokes him out and kills him. Throws his ID in the water, I guess, so nobody knows who he is. And takes the money.
The money that he gave him.
Yeah. Crazy.
Because, can't have any loose ends. Well, not even loose ends, but the idea of family making him weak, and he doesn't want to seem weak or even have any sort of hesitations or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't know if it's going to bite him in the butt, whether somebody's going to hold him hostage and use him against him, or if Vic is going to turn on him, which I don't think he seems like that type of person. But he didn't want to take the chance. And you've seen what he does to his family. So, yeah.
Wait,
so,
see what? Who does it? Wait.
Oz does it to his family. His brothers,
yeah.
And I think that's it, except he gets the penthouse that Um, but then you realize that he's up on the top floor
Mm-hmm.
and still has his mom in a vegetative state, so he didn't kill her like she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a tear roll down her cheek, and
Yep.
it's the saddest thing, man.
Super sad.
I was like, oh my gosh.
And then outside the penthouse, you see.
Yeah, you
What
do
do
it.
you see?
No, before that.
Oh yeah, before that. Oh, duh. Of course, I jumped ahead of the.
You didn't want to say it.
No. It was a mistake. I thought about it, and then it just. So we get Eve. She's back in the picture, but she's looking like Oz's mom. Crazy. That's a sick man. Needs to be locked
What
up.
else is going on?
Oh, and she's dressed like his mom, and she's even talking like it.
Basically fantasizing about dancing with his mom with this girl. So
That's a sick man.
then you see the back signal come on.
That's
Now that is the perfect way to tease.
it is.
You didn't need the Robert Pattinson in the suit or anything. You didn't need Jim Gordon. You didn't need anything. Need anything. Just a simple tease to show you that the Batman is still there, and the Batman Part 2 is coming out. It should happen right after that. So, around the Christmas time. So, yeah. So post your comments down below.
Whoa.
What?
We did not get to
Rated.
what? Huh? No, not the rate. No, we didn't. We have an important. We have to. We summarize. I mean, we did a little analyzation too, but we gotta not pick apart, but we just overall.
Just spit that out.
Overall, just we got to talk about just how sick Oz is. I know I keep saying he's a sick
Why?
man, huh?
Why are we? Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because we can't just summarize. We have to also give our interpretation of what has transpired over these 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Oz is they do try to humanize Oz, and he is humanized, but even though he is the protagonist, he is never the hero.
No.
He's never the hero. He's
Never
always a villain.
Yeah.
You must remember that. He's always a villain. Because whenever you think, oh, he's actually kind of, oh, he's not even that, oh, he screwed this person over, oh, he screwed them over, oh, he betrayed them, oh, he been lying to Sophia, oh, he done torched the Maronis, the barbecue chicken, oh, he done... So my point is, he's always a villain. Yeah. And especially when you look at Vic, because Vic was the most loyal from day one. He saved his life multiple times, even from the first episode. He saved his life going to the third, fourth, in the middle. He saved his life multiple times, and then he's still in the end. So it's like Oz only cares about one thing: himself. And poor Victor, the poor black kid who literally saw his whole family flooded in the Crown Point.
You know why I don't care?
I know, because you could have went with the girl. You could have got on that
He had
bus.
his chance.
Why didn't you go on the bus, man? Why didn't you go on the bus?
He had his chance.
He did have his chance.
And he blew it.
You blew it.
So
he blew it.
Man.
See, and this
is what it is.
See, in the the principle
with every action, there's a honest reaction.
You see, you reap what you sow. What you put in is what you get out. This principle of sowing and reaping, yes, it's biblical, but it applies to pretty much any situation in life. You see,
Preach.
I'm not even gonna go there. Well, I might.
Come on, preach.
I'm not.
Preach.
See, God gives us chances.
I was trying to wrap it up, but you.
God gives us chances, but sometimes we're like Victor. We don't listen. We can get on that bus. We can come to Him, but then we go back to our vomit like a dog. See, that's what Vic did, and clearly we see what ends up happening. He did everything right in a sense, but he wasn't where he was supposed to be. He should have just left the city. He had his chance to get out. He had a chance to start a new life, but amen.
Pour one out for Vic.
Pour one out.
But honestly, he did. He made his choice. So, what we do need to talk about is, what did you think of everything as a whole?
This was
just
one of the best shows of the year, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it was a great, I guess, almost sequel, but like spin-off in terms of the Batman universe. Yeah, spin-off. Like, you got to see this. You got to see this version of Gotham. You got to explore these characters, especially, of course, Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Great performance by Colin Farrell.
Everybody.
I mean, I was going to get through everybody, but Colin Farrell, of course, you literally wouldn't even know it was him. I know it's kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but yeah, great performance from him. Great performance from Kristen Milioti. That's probably I've enjoyed her in pretty much everything I've seen her in. She's been great, but I feel like this might be her best in terms of just overall
range. It shows range. Range.
Yeah, yeah.
The mother was even good. Of course, the GOAT. Salvatore.
Clancy Brown.
I think we would be here. This will be a long video if we did
all the superlatives.
Yeah.
The writing was great. The
everything was great.
Was great.
The only thing is, I think the finale and the last two episodes. These last two episodes were kind of underwhelming. I didn't think they really hit the mark. I would have done things differently, and it's not just that it didn't happen the way I thought it was gonna do, whether it was my theories or anything. It just, as in a story perspective, I felt like it would have been better going another way. So,
do you think that Oz shouldn't have been essentially gotten what he wanted, or do you think, or you feel like that's like a certain level of plot armor that they had to like work that in order for him to, I guess, get to the position that he's in? Like, what do you think should have happened?
I don't know necessarily. Yes, you need to. I really did want to finalize the fact that he is a villain. Mm-hmm. You gotta know that from. But I feel like it was just underwhelming. I don't know how to really explain it, but it just didn't hit the way I thought it was going to. Everything was just firing on all cylinders. That these last two episodes were kind of underwhelming. So
okay,
yeah, that's my opinion. But so I'll give it 3.5 out of 5.
Crazy.
Maybe a 4.
I'd be giving.
I'll give it a 4.
Because you'd be saying I'd be giving.
I give it a 4. It just was underwhelming. I just felt like the finale would have been better, but it was still good. So it's like a 4.
I would have given it a 5. That's crazy.
Then that's your rating.
Yep.
4 and a 5. So guys, let us know in the comments what you think.
Let us know.
Yeah. And yeah, so we'll see you in the next one.
See you next time. Be vengeance.
Yeah.